As we continue our environmental tour of the harbor, check out how the Port of Long Beach has become a world leader in green practices, technologies, and programs, and how they're helping other ports around the globe go green. Today, the air quality in the city of Long Beach is dramatically cleaner than it was in 2005, when the Port of Long Beach Harbor Commission unanimously adopted the Green Port Policy. Over the years, this groundbreaking, comprehensive, and aggressive approach to reduce the negative impacts of port operations has significantly changed the manner in which the port conducts daily business and builds for the future.
The Port of Long Beach has been a leader in getting policy, a broad environmental policy established. You're seeing that spread across the country in places like New York and New Jersey, Port of Houston, even up in Seattle.
It really has taken a commitment not only on the part of our board, which set the policy, but of us to almost make it part of our culture. When we hear of some of the efforts on other ports, they're really at the very, very beginning of stuff that we've already done.
One innovative Port of Long Beach program that is definitely spreading across the country is the Clean Trucks program, which has reduced air emissions by 90% in just 3 years by ensuring all 11,000 drayage trucks serving the port terminals are 2007 or newer models.
E2 Managed Tech's been fortunate to have supported programs up in the Port of Seattle, the Port of Oakland. We're also seeing Clean Trucks programs on New York and New Jersey, mass ports in Massachusetts, down to the Port of Houston as well. So Clean Trucks programs are a major part of reducing emissions at ports across the country.
While controlling truck emissions is vital, there are many other sources of pollution that affect the environment. At the Port of Long Beach, the goal is to reach a zero-emission standard for all sources, including yard equipment, vessels, and even construction practices.
We have a vessel speed reduction program. It's a green flag program. So you slow down your vessel within 20 or 40 nautical miles of the port. That reduces the air pollution, reduces your fuel consumption. You get a financial reward in a reduction in dockage fees. We also have a green ship incentive program. The newest, most modern vessels are actually the cleanest. They have engines that are manufactured in today's standards, which are much, much cleaner than historical standards. We want them to come here, so we're offering incentives, financial incentives, to bring those vessels here.
The newest challenge focuses on eliminating ship emissions at berth. By installing shoreside electricity, vessels will be able to shut off their engines while at dock and simply plug in to clean electricity.
One day that this ship stays here under electricity, rather than using its auxiliary engines, is like taking 33,000 cars off the road. So it is significant.
Known as cold ironing, this new technology requires not only the installation of an electric grid on each terminal, but also for each ship to have on board the right equipment to plug in. This massive effort is well underway at the Port of Long Beach. Once again, what happens here locally is being followed throughout not only our nation, but also the world.
Long Beach has definitely led the way in a lot of operational and technological areas, and that is a very good track record and encouraging track record when you're looking at shoreside power implementation.
The fact that the Long Beach was the first port in the world to come up with a comprehensive green port plan is very inspirational. We know that Long Beach has continued on its journey to think of ways to clean up its port. We admire that very much, and definitely we watch what Long Beach is doing.
As the Port of Long Beach continues on its journey to a zero-emission future, it is clear that having a robust environmental management policy like the Green Port Policy truly makes a difference. As you just saw, the Port of Long Beach's environmental efforts have far-reaching impacts and are paving the way for green goods movement. Now, just behind us is a protected area at the Port of Long Beach. Stacey, tell us a little bit about what this is behind us.
This is Gull Park, and we're very proud of these efforts. We planted trees, we're attracting birds. You'll find nesting herons and ducks, and you'll also find a lot of migratory birds that are coming through. Songbirds, some quite rare.
Now, are people allowed to come out here and get an up-close look at some of these birds, or is this just their little place to be?
This is their little place to be. Unfortunately, they get spooked if people come out and they leave their nests. And so we want to make sure that they have a protected environment, and unfortunately we can't let the public out there.
All right, everybody needs their privacy, right?
Right.
Thank you very much, Stacy. We will have more coming up on Pulse of the Port after the break.